D-O-R-E-S, we are C-O-N-Q-U-I-S-T-A. D-O-R-E-S, we are. Tell them what we stand for and who we are. We stand for unity, yeah, and we're the best by far. You best step aside and give us the way, because we're Lambda, Theta, Phi, and we're here to stay. We are the L-A-M-B-D-A-T-H-E-T-A-P-H-I until the day we die. Lambda! Theta, Phi! Lambda! Till the day we die!
Hay vida dentro de ti, vida. Hay vida dentro de mí, vida.
Nationally, we were founded in Keene College, now called Keene University, I believe, and December 1st, 1975. That was at a national level. At a chapter level, we were founded on April 1st, 2006. Now we're known as the Gamma Theta chapter, the Arctic Asylum. So my name is
Arturo Diaz, and I go by Tito.
Alejandro Gonzalez Cibrian.
Ricardo Rangel. I am a fifth-year senior studying zoology, along with 2 certificates in criminal justice and Chicano Latino studies. I crossed Fall 15, and I'm also a Chicago Posse scholar. Like being involved within Gamma Theta chapter gave me some sort of drive here at UW. Primarily when I first came here, it was a very white institution, a primary white institution. So I came from a 95% Latino high school. I didn't know that it was gonna be such a huge culture shock. Even though I read all these pamphlets and everything, I'm just it's 70-75% white here at the university. And when I came here, I was like, oh, it's not gonna be too bad. I'll still find some brown people, some brown folks to talk with. And honestly, that wasn't it.
I am a brother of Lambda Theta Phi and crossed in spring 2011, number 1, Ada line. And I am an alum of UW, and I graduated in May 2015 with a degree in Community Nonprofit Leadership and Chicana Latino Studies. In terms of strolling, stepping, and saluting, we chose saluting, or we kind of created saluting as a way to do something different, right? Kind of create that foundation of having a tradition. Saluting
comes from more of a militaristic background. So saluting kind of stems from that.
One, I think I like saluting because it challenged the notion of the proximity of men, right? So you're kind of hugging them in a different way, and so I think that's an idea within itself. But the way saluting was described to me, and the way I kind of use it from here on out is usually poetry in motion.
So it's just paying tribute to ancestors who have come before us and doing so through it.
You're using your hands, you're using your voice, you're using just different parts of your body to kind of tell this story and go along with the chant.
When we salute, it's our way to pay homage to our ancestors, to those who came before us. When we say poetry in motion, is because we as we do all these movements, we say things as well.
Greetings. We're the brothers of Lambda, Theta, Phi, Life Fraternity Incorporated. We are the first nationally recognized Latino fraternity.
Other organizations salute as well, but all we do is salute. We don't stroll and we don't step.
It's our way to express who we are, to express how we feel about things. It's a way to bring intensity into the everyday obstacles that come into your life.
Forget it! If you haven't gotten this by now, this is something you will never understand, what it takes to be a Lambda man.
Me personally, I love saluting. I love it just because it gives me a sense of discipline. It gives me a sense of respecting my ancestors in a way. It also helps me respect those that came before me in this organization.
when it comes to nationally, like Lambda Theta Phi, Lambda Fraternity as an organization, we say our pillars in our national salute. So it goes,
Why pledge a line for Lambda Theta Phi? Tell them why, y'all, tell them why. Unity. Tell them why, y'all, tell them why. Respect. Tell them why, y'all, tell them why. Brotherhood. Tell them why, y'all, tell them why. Culture. Tell them why, y'all, tell them why. Pride.
tell them why y'all tell unity, pride, respect, culture, and brotherhood. Those are the 5 pillars that we stand for. And those are the 5 things that, like, as a whole, that make up Lambdas.
Well, community involvement is like just one of the things that just kind of like is one of our pillars, I would say, like how we say unity, and in unity there is strength, and la unión es la fuerza. That speaks onto like why we're so involved with the community, why we're so involved, especially with the immigrant community, like here in Madison.
So I think from one of our salutes, we talk about really like unity within the community.
We've been involved with the community like as far as I can remember. Like I remember the older brothers would always show me all these pictures of the things that they would do. I do know that they had some issue with UW and racism and just like them not being inclusive with communities of color. We have these students of color who don't feel like they're included within our university. How is it that we can create a space for them? I feel like the activism that we've done on campus and like being inclusive to communities of color and working together with them has kind of like helped flourish that.
There are brothers in our organizations who are out there kind of creating those waves to make some change, and then being able to be there present, show up and show out to create community, to support one another.
We have a lot of collaborations with a lot of like different organizations on and off campus. The collaboration that we did with PAVE, so PAVE is promoting awareness, victim empowerment. They're an organization on campus that's meant to ensure that there is a space for these survivors to have a voice in the community, even though when they feel like they're being oppressed by these like systemic issues. Like sexual assault, domestic violence, rape. These are issues that affect the Greek community like a lot, and it's not something that's usually talked about. They're like sensitive topics that make people uncomfortable, but it's in those uncomfortable situations that you learn the most, that you educate yourself the most.
Right, so I think I, as the advisor, was able to like try and challenge them on what does the perspective of being a brother mean.
It could really come from just me asking you if you're hungry, but not asking if you have money for it. So I'm inviting you to eat, like I'm giving you a meal. And that's carried on both ways, and there's no second thought about it. And asking if you need a ride to go home when it's freezing outside, because we do live in Wisconsin, and asking for nothing in return. But it's like we all give without expecting anything in return, that what we get in return is what we receive from other brothers. Small gestures, food, small to big things. Small from like if you're in a real situation where it's like a money problem, I've had a brother help me. When it's like I just want a meal and for whatever reason I'm short on cash, I've had a brother help me. But at the same time, when I've been in the other position, I haven't hesitated to reach out.
If a brother came up here and said like, yo, and I didn't know him at all, like, yo, I need a place to stay, I would be like, yeah, you can kick it at my crib, you can crash there if you want, like, because that is what brothers do, that like we're there to like help each other.
That is a big thing that you just don't find in a lot of people. And through this organization, I found it through 16 members, which shook me. Like, it's awesome, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
I feel like it's very empowering in a sense, because like you find people that you can relate with, but also people who are there for you, not just like for any other reason.
So brotherhood also meant keeping ourselves accountable, I think, and so we use that as that way to make sure that we're excelling not only socially but also academically.
At a national level, if you ever tell another like brother that's Like, yo, is anybody in like the New Jersey area, in the California area, like in San Diego or something? You'll find brothers like literally everywhere across the country, and you'll have a place to stay with them.
It's just letting people know that you're not alone.
It feels good just to have this group of guys that you can confide in, that you can just vent to at times, that they don't mind it when you're being your honest and open self. I just don't know. It's love.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're gonna celebrate a drink to the future. Mi gente. Take a shot, call the black. Con semenas in history like Cinder Blacks. They gon' tryna terminate us, but we gon' be back. So they tryna kill my dreams, but I feel alive. Got 20 of the realest in the back of the Civic. Right, so I don't want them over if they thinking I'm kidding. We be coming, being it back in the cities. My homie home legal, so you know we gon' get it. I'm the only essay writing essays. Celebrate the sipping bottle, so we going bebe. Said if I ain't young, it was kicking at the belly. Joga bonito, we gon' play the game. It's going Pele. I been hated by my president. Been anonymous in 96. I say fuck the system, turn up the system. Whole cool, just got residence. Change the place, better go to college, better get about it. Fitting up the wallet, blows so palace, what's gon' demolish? Do you blame the people, do you blame the process? While you're protesting up in the street, I'm undercover, undiscovered protesting.